like, share, and subscribe. And ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. So, Screenrant is not ambiguous anymore. Screenrant is we hate Chris Chibnall. We absolutely hate Chris Chibnall. So we're in a strange, we're in a strange situation where the extremes of both. What do you want to call them? Left, right wing, whatever. The people who didn't like Jodie Whittaker to start with, or grew not to like her after they saw a terrible performance, and the people who absolutely adored her. We've all united in our absolute hatred of Jodie Whittaker. And normally when like the left wings and the right wings unite, it's normally to kill Jews. Okay, that's normally the reason you guys get together. Okay, normally it's to do that. Not this time, certainly enough. It's just so we can unite in this as well. That we I hate Christian. I certainly hate what he's done with Doctor Who, which has been abysmal. I mean, I can't hate him on a personal level. I never met the bloody man. I don't really hate many people. But anyway, and then we're going to juxtapose that with an article about Jodie Whittaker. I imagine her cluelessly walking through life, blowing things up, and destroying things. Pretty much like a doctor does, right? Doing all these terrible things and having absolutely no clue what's going on, and she leaves a trail of devastation behind her. It's fascinating. I was going to say watch. Fascinating read. Absolutely fascinating read. Before we get into it, can you hit the like button? Oh my. Something I did not like this morning. These aside, do you think I make this stuff up? No, my life is constant drama, right? Constant, insane drama. Okay, so a couple of days ago, my office is in the base of my house, and they got this little. I got a window like right there, right on that side of the screen, right on that over there, and inside it there's a little like. How do I explain it? Like a little buried alcove, and it's supposed to be if there's any kind of like chemical attack or whatever. This is like the bomb shelter. This is like built with if there's any after such attack, we can then climb out into that little area and wait for the army to tell us it's okay to emerge from it. Like after a nuclear war. I don't know what it's for. Okay, I don't know what it's for. I don't even think they have to build them anymore. Anyway, the point is, a little kitten got stuck in there the other day. And I don't want to open up the window and bring the kitten in. I mean, I don't know if it's got rabies. It's a cute cat. It was like this teeny tiny little mew. So I'm like, what am I going to do? So now I'm like clambering around outside because, again, I'm in the basement. So I've got to find things to lower down into this little, the buried alcove thing so the cat can work out to climb. So I'm clambering. I'm trying to find stuff to put down there for the cat. The cat's freaking out now because he's like, what's going on? It's too noisy. I'm like, cat, I'm just trying to get you out. And then I had to finally I had a plastic chair down there and a big lattice of stuff that could climb, and I had to prod it out of the from my window to the thing. Finally worked out climate, thank God. Saw the cat again this morning. It's got a little red collar on it. Somebody adopted it. So I'm like, oh, that's cute. So then I walk up the stairs to my house, right? Go over front door. And my dog is she normally sits in the window, like looking around, and she's agitated and freaked out. And my daughter said, is there a cat out there? And I thought she was talking about the cat with a little collar. I'm like, yeah, it's a cute little thing. So I can't get her. She's brave. I can't get her to go away. So then I get to the front door. And there's another cat, a teeny tiny cat, all snuggled up, bigger than the other ones, all snuggled up, really, really cute. And I try and shoo it away. It doesn't want to go. It isn't like I get a broom and try. Isn't scared at all. And then my son's around. I said, do you think you can get rid of it? I did. No, nicely, not cruelly. Please be nice. And then he says, this cat's blind, and I realise it's got cataracts in its eyes, and the poor little cat doesn't even know I'm trying to shoo it away. And I'm like, well, what are we gonna do? How can we gotta how's this thing gonna live? And I don't know what to do. It was just stressful. So eventually, my son got him down the steps at least, but then he came back and he was sitting outside the door again. I checked about an hour later, and the cat's gone. Thank God. Not because I don't want the rodent around my house. I just my heart bleeds for it. It's like a cute little kitty cat, and it's blind, and it's like I'm finding refuge in my doorway. I mean, what am I supposed to bloody do? Oh, that's my life. My life. Constant hell, okay? Constant misery. That is my life. Fine. Speaking of constant misery, let's look over it. Chris Chibnall, constant misery. Doctor Who, Chibnall failed the first female Doctor. Yes, that's true, but it's kind of like a bit of a small way of looking at it. You know, it's like looking at destroying the world as suicide on a large scale. No, yes, he failed the first female Doctor, and everybody else, I mean, apart from the tiny piss clump of babies that like live on Twitter, right? But everybody failed, and he failed them as well because they got all egg all over their face because they know it's it's totally failed. And they're mad. Listen, one thing that these Twitterati all basically have in common is they have no moral center or value whatsoever. So whatever's the worst thing morally to do in any situation is what they're going to do. So now Doctor Who has failed. Ross Lee Davis coming back. It's failed, right? This Stunning and Brave, Break the Glass Ceiling has failed, and it's been awful, right? And it's just very public, and everybody knows it. And they don't like that, because, again, they're the worst people ever, right? They have the worst personal morality ever. My God, the story I'm doing next is about Carl Rittenhouse, and bloody hell, talking about bad personal morality, the people coming out against him. I just don't know how anybody gets through life being that way. Like, I've been in a funk all week because of the Fauci thing, about the experimenting on puppies. Now, listen, don't get me wrong. I'm not anti-vivisectionist. I'm really not. I understand this is a necessary thing, maybe, that we have to do to, so for people to live. Okay, if that's the case, maybe fine, right? But I'm not happy with it. I'm certainly not happy bloody seeing it. Which is, I think, where most people are. Like, you know, but like it's just preyed on my mind. Or for like it's like I can't get these they're just horrific. These images out of my head. I don't even know how I got to that because I'm thinking about it all the time. I tell you, it's really genuinely disturbed me. Somehow that tied into Jodie. I'm going to watch this video back after I finish making it and find out what was the connective tissue, because I guess I'll find out soon. Anyway, the Karney Shomron Christian didn't deliver the first female Doctor in nearly 60 years. Jodie Whittaker didn't deliver for the first female Doctor. Jodie Whittaker deserved better. I agree with you. I do agree with you, but as I said, everybody was badly served by Chris Chibnall. I mean, like, Chris Chibnall was badly served by Chris Chibnall. But, Jodie, I think she has some level of culpability, right? I think she has some level of, like, you could read the scripts. You know how you're acting, right? I mean, like, what's her name? Katherine Heigl, I think, was she. She complained about being in the movie Knocked Up with Seth Rogen. Because it was kind of like crass male humor. He won't be doing stuff like that now. It was kind of like crass, frat boy humor sort of thing. And I heard him being interviewed, and again, before he was a complete dick. And he was like, listen, I don't know. She read the script. She took the money. Why she's complaining now? Darling, you read the script. She took the money. I don't think you can divorce yourself from anyway. But here's the thing. As I said, these type of people have absolutely no moral value or center whatsoever. Like there's this case right now in the US. Again, another disturbing one where I think a young gender fluid boy, so a boy who described themselves as gender fluid or trans, I do not know. Go look it up for yourself. It's the Loudoun County School Board. So he apparently had some severe criminal mental problems and had raped. I was going to say sexual assault. No, raped a young girl, a 13-year-old girl in the woman's bathrooms while he was wearing a dress, right? And so the thing was, because these people have no moral value and they just want to get their agenda over. The idea of somebody who could be identified as trans raping somebody in a bathroom is every stereotype they want to fight against. And so they covered it up. They denied it. They covered it up. And now, because they were dumb, and it's the incredible thing, they were just dumb as anything. They got caught, and it's headline news, sort of headline news. It's headline news on like new media. It's not headline news on like CNN or anywhere that purports to be a bloody news source, right? But here's the thing, though. Now they're being forced to report it. They're reporting it in a way. They would never ever report it if it was a different case. They call it. They talk about how this girl who was raped had a sexual encounter, had a consensual sexual encounter a couple of months earlier. Like, well, why you put that? What's that got? Jeff, this was not consensual, but it was very much slut shaming, right? Because they got no moral value. There is no rule they will apply universally because they have no moral value, right? So yeah, like if it was convenient for them to blame Jodie Whittaker, they will blame Jodie Whittaker. Fortunately, Christian was a white man, so he's a guy who can be blamed. And quite frankly, he kind of deserves it. Really, he does kind of deserve it. Jodie Whittaker, 13th Doctor, first female. Really, she's the first female Doctor? They should have mentioned that. Right? They've never brought that up at all. Or maybe they did relentlessly. The first female I've had an upgrade. Really? Is your upgrade involved crashing your ratings by 75%? Because that's normally called a downgrade, darling. Yeah, listen, there is a stereotype that women don't understand technology very well. You're not helping that out, right? You're not helping getting people into STEM subjects, are you? And you don't understand these basic things. The first female Doctor on Doctor Who deserved better than departing than what showrunner and Chris Chibnall delivered. Excuse me, mate. You have been saying it's the greatest thing ever for years, right? So why would he get? No, it's got Jodie Whittaker, stunning and brave, stunning and brave, stunning and brave. Like he'd been saying what? But again, we're dealing with people with absolutely no moral centre whatsoever. Whittaker is a tremendous actor. I thought she was okay as an actor, and then she did Doctor Who, and she's just done a remarkably bad job. I want to tell you, it's remarkably bad. It's the only way you can describe it, is remarkably bad. So she may be a tremendous actor, not for this. I don't know, how do you define a tremendous actor? I would say a tremendous actor is somebody who has range, you can give a script to, and they can be many different people. Meryl Streep, hypocrite, liar, and also a tremendous actor, right? She's a tremendous actor. Whittaker, I haven't seen any of it. I've seen her play housewives and girlfriends and mothers and things very, very in type. I've never seen her like push herself. Maybe she has, but I haven't seen it. I have not seen it. The idea that female Doctor piloting the TARDIS was more than just a little compelling. Well, you did say that for 2 years, if you recall. But the Chibnall era that emerged felt somewhat disjointed, and neither the Doctor nor her companions ever felt thoroughly developed. Really? I remember you calling me a bigot when I said the same thing. So are you a bigot now, or are you full of shit then? Which one was it? I'm curious. Let me know which one you want to. I'm going to say full of shit then, right? That's where I am. I think you were full of shit then. For a Time Lord capable of regenerating body and personality every time their current incarnation face imminent death, it certainly took a long time for the lead role to fall to the woman's hands. Yeah, because again, there's this insanity. And this ties into that rape case in the school bathroom, which apparently there's more rape going on in public schools than there are in prisons. That seems a lot. Okay, that just seems like a lot of rape going. Listen. If you're in school, kids, go out on a date. Don't rape anyone. Here's what you do. It's actually quite pleasant, right? You see somebody who you like, who you're attracted, if you're a bloke, right? If you're a heterosexual bloke, like 99% of people in the world. So if you see, or 97%, whatever we are, right? If you see somebody, a girl that you're attracted to, that you think you have some kind of connection with, right? Go and say hello to her and ask her if she wants to get a drink, right? And here's the trick. Do it with complete confidence, and if you can be funny as well, even better. But confidence is the thing, right? Confidence is the thing. That is the way to have women take you up on your offers of a date. If they say no, be gracious and say, no worries, okay? Don't be that. But here's the thing. Go out on a date hang out with each other and have a good time, right? Isn't that crazy? Talk to each other, see what you like, see what you don't like, see what you agree with, see what you disagree with. Have a nice time. Go and laugh with each other. That's a really good idea. Go and have a laugh with each other. And then, if things progress in a way that you like each other, then have sex. That's the one. And let me tell you, that's so much better. I mean, I guess I've never raped anyone, but it seems to be like so much better than rape, okay? Like, I don't think I would enjoy that, right? It seems kind of gross, right? I couldn't hurt a bloody blind kitty cat. So I don't know I'm just a big bloody softie. What do you want out of me? But like, yeah, don't be raping in schools or anywhere. Just be nice to each other. Okay, that's my public service announcement of the day. Don't be raping kids. It's bad for you. Really? Okay, you know what? I think I can agree with that. Whittaker's about to say no. The idea of it. Well, so yeah, what took us so long, right? What a little compelling for it to be the first female doctor. Essentially, because men and women are different. There's masculinity and femininity. I understand this is something that you hate. An idea that you just despise. There is masculinity and femininity that applies to the vast majority, absolute vast majority of humanity, right? There's masculinity and femininity. The character of the Doctor is masculine. It's because he's been played by a bloke, right? But it's essentially a masculine character. Now, that's not to say I don't think a woman can play a masculine character successfully. We've seen it over and over and over and over again, right? But you've got to make it into a organically female character as well, like a Starbuck from Battlestar Galactica. That's your gold standard, right? That is your absolute gold standard. But that's why it took so long, because the character is masculine. Some people say the Doctor is a man. I hear that. I prefer to say Doctor is a masculine role. So a lot of people say Doctor is a white man. I don't really agree with that at all, right? I really don't. I don't think skin color is any relevancy at all to his character. I do think gender is, right? I think gender is, and I don't think gender is fluid. For most people, for some maybe, but for most people it's not. But the Chibnall it certainly took a long time for a lead role fall in the hands of a woman. Yes, because it's a masculine role. Former showrunner Steve Moffat first began laying the ingredients for a future Doctor with the very first words of the Matt Smith era, the 11th Doctor, immediately upon regenerating, examining himself due to his hair length, suspecting he might be a woman. Post-redemptive drama, he was having a joke. This was back in what year was Matt Smith? 2010? He was. The anniversary was 2013. So what, 2011? Yeah, back then we didn't have this gender madness, right? You know why? Because back then we didn't have same-sex marriage, and I do feel one is connected to the other. I think same-sex marriage is the cornerstone that was taken away that caused society to crumble. And society has crumbled! I don't know what to tell you, just look out the bloody window. Society is crumbling, right? We are in the middle of a societal crumble. Fine. Immediately upon regenerating, expecting there to be a woman, Moffat will go on to underscore the possibility that throughout the 12th Doctor, they're introducing the female master. Now, I always bring this up, right? And nobody pays attention, but I always bring it up, that the Doctor didn't recognize the master because she was a woman, right? So it seems to me that it's not so clear, right? It seems to me that would indicate that the Time Lords don't generally gender swap when they regenerate, right? So it seems to be like a stunning idea to him. And then, a year later, because of the social mores of the day, we had the old man general regenerating into Tanai Miller. They got another mad why? Because it's just parroting the nonsense of the day. Okay, this was not a master plan. This was not thought out. This was just reflecting society, which is what Doctor Who does. I mean, I realize this. I absolutely realize this now. Like, John Pertwee had a very 70s looking velvet jacket and frilly shirt and big bow tie, because the 70s. Doctor Who now has a bland, uninteresting stories that revolve around female characters that have no character, because it's 2020s. It's just like it's the age, you know, where we are. And the gender regeneration of female to male, and the Doctor extracted Clara from a timeline, and finally showcased a frank discussion between Bill and the Doctor, where he posited he could have been a woman before. Okay, whatever. And yet, despite all the hints and groundwork laid to prepare audience for the inevitable female incarnation, it was only inevitable because you insane people without any morals took over society, and I think took it over maliciously, right? And this is what you wanted because it's the only thing that mattered to you. So you got what you wanted, but what you really wanted is for it to be successful, right? That's what you really, really, really wanted, and you didn't get that, and now you're angry and spiteful because you got no moral value whatsoever. So therefore, it's Chris Chibnall's fault. No, it's your fault, you stupid cunt. If I may be so bold, it is your fault. All right, you insisted on a female doctor, and you insisted there's nothing bad can happen to this female doctor, and you insisted they got to be great at everything. They have no personality, and then you insisted he's got to have the United Colors of Benetton as companions. And you got what you wanted. You were given what you bloody wanted, and it failed, right? It absolutely failed. So, of course, you can't have any form of mea culpa. Can't say, man, I did a pretty stupid thing there, right? No, that's never going to happen, is it? No. It's Chris Chibnall's fault! No! Essentially who they are. Audience, there were still detractors to the concept. I think there were more detractors, and I was not amongst them, and I was wrong. I think there were more detractors saying this is not a good idea because it's not done for the right reasons. This is a piece of woke pandering, and they turned out to be absolutely right? And how do we know that? Because it failed hard. Fambles lit up as debates raged across the Whoniverse over whether Whittaker's replacing Capaldi and Doctor Who could be herald the program's end. Yeah, I was on the side that no, it's going to be great. I was wrong. They were right. And that's why they're so mad. That's why they're so mad, because they were wrong. And the people who said it wasn't going to work were right. With 13 male incarnations, that's including the War Doctor preceding her, Whittaker had a lot riding on her shoulders, but with underdeveloped character, underwhelming story, and subpar execution. Excuse me, you would not hold it to account on any of its many failures, so obviously it's not going to get better. Apparently the same thing's happening in the comic book world right now. Because it's so decimated, right? There's nothing else to really talk about. That now they're giving honest reviews for these identity-driven creators, and they're not used to it. Then they're like, "What? This is harassment." No, this is a review of your book, and which takes it apart saying it was bad, right? Again, we're just dealing with people with no morality whatsoever. We're going to replace blah blah blah. A lot riding on the shoulder. Again, the 13th Doctor era felt unlike what came before for all the wrong reasons. Oh boy, where were you 3 years ago? The 13th Doctor era fell, unlike when Whittaker did her best with the material, which is why the problematic Chibnall era should reflect so much on the gender. Which is why the problematic era shouldn't reflect so much on the gender title of the character as the operations behind the scenes. I know they did bang on about being a girl a lot. The female Doctor is still a brilliant idea, and it's still good. It still works. It's Chris Chibnall's idea, and it was a waste and bigger, but it still works. No, it doesn't. It could do, maybe. I am open-minded. Even though we've seen this absolute devastation, I remain open-minded to see it work. Right? I remain open-minded. But let's see. I mean, I would rather not have to be open-minded, because I think it's gone so badly, right? It's gone so unbelievably badly. Had Chibnall stuck to the successful formula of 9 through 12 incarnation, you said it was great! Oh, it's all new, going back to basics. Oh, lovely, go, Doctor, blah, blah, it's wonderful. Things might have been different. Yeah, or maybe, if instead of focusing on people's immutable characteristics like gender and skin color, actually focus on character instead. And that's generally speaking in life. Like, if somebody's trans, they're not intrinsically good and right about everything, right? If somebody's got black skin, they're not intrinsically good and right about everything and a permanent victim. No. Don't judge people by these ridiculous things. Now, it is true. Having a different identity gives you a different life experience. So it's one of the reasons I don't think a black person can play James Bond. James Bond is an ancient English family who's posh, aristocratic, and they're all white. Okay, and if there was the one black family, then that would give him a different life experience. And just they did a similar thing on a Big Finish audio recently, the Third Doctor Adventure. They had Derek Griffiths play a vicar. And he's great, okay? I love Derek Griffiths. I do. I grew up with Play School. I saw him in Panther one year, and then I love Derek Griffiths. I absolutely do. But like, if he's playing a vicar in the 1850s and he's black, which he is, that's a whole story in of itself. There's no way you're going to get a black vicar in the 1850s. I mean, listen, if anybody knows I'm wrong, just put it in the comments, right? Yeah, that would be good. But nobody, it wasn't possible, as far as I understand. Instead, he immersed himself in the serious lore and repeated what had worked in the 1960s. You said it was the greatest ever! Said, we're going back to traditional, real Doctor Who. Placing 4 people in the TARDIS straight off the bat with the idea the first female Doctor's first season gave a self-proclaimed fam to look after is problematic in of itself. But listen, you got to have the black person in it, and if he's a boy, you've got to be an effeminate black person. It's got to have a stunning and brave brown girl in it. That's just the rules. It's got to have a white man in it, because you want to be inclusive. You want to have and you've got to have a girl in it. Yeah, and what about the characters? Oh, doesn't matter. And this is why you get shit. And when you get shit, people don't watch it, right? People don't like how's the Eternals going? Their box office prediction. Not good. Don't make shit. That's really the bottom line. Actually, if I may quote the wonderful Harlan Ellison, who J. Michael Straczynski, the guy who did Babylon 5, contacted him at the beginning of his career saying, listen, I'm having trouble selling, I am not able to sell any of my stories. What's going on? How do I do it? He said, I see the problem. I said, you're writing shit. If you don't write shit, people will buy it, right? And it's pretty good. I think it's a lesson they probably should have on the walls of the Doctor Who office. Don't write shit, and it won't be shit. And if it's not shit, people might like it. Right, but if it is shit, people won't like it. None of this is complicated, right? None of this sounds like, wow. Listen, I don't have a doctorate in brain surgery. How can I keep up? No, this is really, really, really simple, right? And it's just, I think he filled up the TARDIS as well because he thought Whittaker just didn't have the strength to play the role, right? He needed as much support as possible. A crowded environment gave little opportunity for the 13th Doctor to evolve into a multi-dimensional character of her own. Again, no, it's not the crowded TARDIS. It's not. We've seen crowded TARDIS before. Like, I knew Nissa's personality. I knew Tegan's personality. I knew Turlough's personality. I knew Adric's personality. I knew the Doctor's I knew them all at once, right? I knew Rose's personality. I knew Mickey. I knew Jackie. I knew Captain Jack. And they were all together at once. Not a problem. These are all well-rounded, defined people. Why? Because they're written by writers. People who are concerned about character, not characteristics. And it does make a difference. You know the difference it makes? About 75% of your ratings. That's the difference it makes. The character growth has been underlying weakness of the entire Chibnall era. Yes, because they haven't been characters; they've been characteristics. That's really the when Ryan and Graham left the TARDIS in the holiday special, the evolution of the Dalek, the best evolution they could claim was Ryan's willingness to keep trying to ride a bike. And then you had, it was weird. It was like the the Teletubbies when it starts and it's got the sun and it's a baby's face, like a real human. Well, they had the same thing, but with was it Grace, the Bradley Walsh's ex-wife killed by the terrifying Tim Shaw appear in the it was just weird, right? I didn't even know what they were trying to say. And Graham's understanding that the aliens do visit Sheffield. Previous command. Do you wonder if they're going to show up again before the end? My guess is yes, right? I think Bradley Walsh is busy, but I guess it's best. Previous commanders became warriors and saviors of the universe and love interests and parents of the Doctor's wife. What? Became warriors and saviors of the universe and love interests and parents of the Doctor's wife? Doctor's wife was his TARDIS, wasn't it? And nobody was a child or a I don't know what you're trying to say. Yet, despite introducing concepts like Graham having cancer, Yaz being a member of the law enforcement. Oh, she's a member of the law enforcement. They didn't mention. Oh yeah, every opportunity again. Oh, you're the bestest ever, Yaz. You're my best officer. I haven't been in for 6 months. Yes, I do. And I spend most of my time inside a TARDIS trying to work out where my lover is. Your lover? Well, she will be when I find her. It's Ryan having coordination and family issues. Each thread barely became more than a blip in the true journeys of the Doctor's companion. Yeah, look, look, if you're gonna say one word to describe this era, forgettable, right? I mean, after all the pump and noise and screaming, forgettable. That's what it is. It's unforgettable. No, it's very forgettable. The 13th Doctor evolution has seemed to only lead to significant periods of self-doubt. Yeah, which she portrays really bad. This is Jodie Whittaker's Doctor being doing self-doubt. That's it. And that's her acting range. She does this or she does this. That's it. And that's what she's, I'm gonna float the TARDIS. Or she's a sad little girl who's lost a dolly, right? There's one of the two. Also, she's a confused 12-year-old who does know trigonometry, desperately trying to do a test and failing. The thing that might have been served better, might have been better served beginning her era with Bill still at her side. No. Paul Mackey would act Whittaker off the screen. Right, very, very obviously. Companion who was unafraid to ask the right questions and challenge the Doctor into revealing truth, typically left unsaid. Regardless of how the 13th Doctor's era comes to an end, speedily in our days on Doctor Who, let Whittaker's era not be the final judgment on female Doctors. It probably is. I don't know. Will it be though? Who knows where Russell T Davies is going to go? He's got two couple of things going on at once. One, he's a big activist and he's very much on the side of all this nonsense, of all this gender erasing nonsense, right? He's very much into that. He's an ally, right? And that's bad news. That's bad news. But also, he's a very good writer with very good writer's instincts and he wants Doctor Who to succeed. So I don't know what's going to win out, right? I do not know which one of those two will win out. Hopefully she returns to the 6th anniversary special. Do you think? I don't think that would happen, and gets to showcase her talent under a more capable storytelling as a showrunner, Russell T Davies. Yeah, that's gonna look bad. Here's the thing: the reason she's so bad in the role is that I don't think she's very clever. Yeah, I don't want to be mean, but I just don't think she's very clever. Now, why do I not think she's very clever? Let's look at this article over here from Radio Times. I saw this last night. I was taking a stream. I was like, what the hell? Jodie Whittaker considered going back on a plan, Doctor Who exit plan. Look. I don't know what to say. Like, it's like me saying, "Oh yeah, listen, I got a plan for to set up my own personal harem with Scarlett Johansson and what's her name again, Megan Fox." So yeah, she just came back into the limelight, and I don't know whoever else. You pick whoever you want in the harem. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. It's not like I got much of a say in the matter, is it? It's not like I'm developing a plan for teleport. How you doing it? I'm not. Because I don't know how. Doctor Who star announced earlier this year should be a blah, 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 blah. Sometimes it was like, are we sticking to the decision? It's not your decision, you stupid idiot. Really? Yeah, no, it's not your decision. That they gave you another 9 episodes is just corporate malfeasance to the nth degree. Right, but she's like, if I wanted to, I could stay. No. Yeah. Didn't you notice Russell T Davies coming out the woodwork? Wasn't that a little hint for you? Again, you want another hint? Look at the ratings. That's a little hint. But what about Netflix? It's all Netflix now. That's where... No, it's because you're shit. That's why. I was doing the decision. There's part of me that could absolutely say, no, let's keep going. Yeah, that's the part of you that's untethered from reality. Yeah. No, let's keep going. Oh, everybody loves us. We don't. No, please. Let's go back on it. But you have to give fans a level that they deserve. Okay, in that case, you would have left a couple of years ago. There has to be some sacrifice. Okay, up until now, the fans are the ones who have done the sacrifice by living in a universe with your garbage Doctor Who. Right? Where now you're sacrificing by stopping making your garbage Doctor Who. I think it swings around about. You have to know when you're done. You've been done. Arachnids in the UK. Okay, that's essentially it. That was when you're done. Thumbs up. So this cover, which I just saw a tweet by the guy who designed it, who was really happy to design the cover for this, because he had like the 20th anniversary special, Radio Time special, which I had. I used to love that. So yeah, listen, but like there's all these clocks on green screen. Like you can see, there's all these, why don't they just put like a spacey background? I don't know. It's like they wanted the green screen. It's she's so shit. The Doctor. She added. When is my last day of shooting? She's done it already. That will certainly feel as if a huge part of my life is over. Me too, darling, but not in a bad way. But as far as being the Doctor, I get to drag it out for as long as they put the episodes on for. Yes, we know. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, delusional. But yeah, will she be in the 60th? Who knows? Who the hell bloody knows? The only thing I know is let's blame Chris Chibnall, okay? Finally, in these times of very, very divided, divided strife and acrimony against one another. I'm excited that we can all finally agree Chris Chibnall sucks. Okay, we're coming to a Let's Go Brandon hashtag for that, and I think we can all get behind it. That'd be great. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.